So here we are again on my drive with my car, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever service on a car. There were some challenges along the way. I did all the work by myself, but we managed to conquer it and I was feeling pretty proud by the end. So here I am jacking up the car. I've just got some axle stands. Being on a gravel drive isn't the best situation, but we just have to make do with what we got. Had a nice little helper with me as well, which is always nice. So as you can see, there's space underneath the car to work, but not a whole lot of space, which did make it a bit more challenging. So this is everything I got. So I got a catch pan, oil filter, spark plugs, all four. Got a funnel, the grabber tool, the oil, the screen wash, coolant, bit of brake cleaner, and the axle stands, which you just saw. So here I am now under the car, trying my best to release the sump plug. Because of the angle and how little room I had under the car, it was quite challenging as I couldn't really get the leverage I needed. I resorted to using a spanner and hammer to kind of loosen it, and that seemed to work, and I eventually got there. As you can see, I'm not very good, but I managed to get it in the end. There we go. So now with the gloves on, I can unscrew the last little bit. So I wasn't quick enough, so I got oil all over my hands, but the old oil is now out of the car. So now it's time to release the old oil filter with our grabber tool. I don't actually know the proper name for this tool, so I just call it the grabber tool. And of course I dropped my nice new tool into the dirty old oil. And that's it. Then I can plonk it in the oil catch pan. It has a nice little holder for the old oil filter, which is nice. So I could tell that an oil change was definitely needed. The oil did look pretty dirty. Nothing major looked wrong. I don't know a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure there shouldn't be any metal shavings, and there wasn't any metal shavings, so I know it wasn't too major of a problem. So this is the new oil filter. I got it from Crossland. So I believe this is what you're meant to do. Probably don't need that much oil on your finger, but just a little bit of oil to wipe around the seal of the new oil filter. That way it'll make a nice seal when you put it on the car. So just screwing on the new oil filter on hand tight. And out comes my little helper. So that's pretty much it for under the car. Now under the bonnet, as you can see, I've broken the clip, so it has to be zip tied, so I have to cut the zip tie so I can hold my bonnet up. So removing the spark plug covers now. I don't know if they're meant to be all orangey like that. I assume it's just kind of rust from over the years, but yeah, I assume it's okay. And in there you can see all of the spark plugs. So now it's time to remove them. I have a special socket tool. It's essentially just like a normal socket. It just has a little rubber bit in there so that when you undo the spark plugs you can then pull them out without them falling in. So as you can see, the spark plugs also probably did need a change. They get into that point where you can see that they're used. So we compare it with our nice new spark plug from NGK. And there you can really see the difference between the old and the new one. So fitting the new spark plugs in now. As you may have been able to notice, what made this service change a little bit harder was the fact that I was battling with the English weather. It kept coming out with sunshine and then rain. So that's it for the spark plugs. Now just time to top up the coolant. It didn't need much, just a little top up, and tried to pour it in, but as you can see I spilled it everywhere, but at least most of it went in. And while I was here, I thought it makes sense to fill up the screen wash with our nice bright pink screen wash. And now it's time to fill in the new oil. This made me feel like a proper mechanic. So we got our giant funnel, probably a bit bigger than we actually need, but at least I can't miss it. So at this point I filled the oil with about 3 litres of oil. It looks like it was between the 2 little divot points on the dipstick. So at this point I decided it was time to get the car down off the jacks and then run the car for about 2 minutes, let the oil circulate, at which point I added a bit more oil in. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the service. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Not knowing a whole lot about cars, I'm trying to learn as I go. So everything I do is all kind of self-taught, and I just do it as I go, trying to learn from online forums or videos or anything like that. So if I can do it, you can do it. So hopefully this gives you a bit of confidence to maybe work on your own car. As you can see, no oil drips, so we're all good. And that's it. If you did like the video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, as I've got a few more to come in the future.